Hey everyone. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to play Contour. Contour is a light drawing game with an element of bluffing. And here's how it works. So Contour is played in rounds, and every round, one player will be randomly chosen to be the master, one player will randomly be chosen to be the con artist, and everyone else is an artist. Okay, so those are the three roles in the game, and at the start of each round, you'll be told which one of those three things you are. So there's one master, one con artist, and everyone else is an artist. The master is public information, so everyone will know who the master is, and the master will basically come up with a word or phrase that the rest of us have to draw, and you'll see how that works in a second. The con artist is a hidden role, so if you're the con artist, only you will know that you are the con artist. Everyone else will see that you are an artist. So let's see how that works. So if I start the game over here, we're told that bot 1 is the new master. That's public information. We can see in bot 1's video box that they're the master. It says that above their face, right? And I was told that I am an artist for this round, and one of the other players out there who's not the master is the con artist. Great. So at the start of the game, the master has to decide what the rest of us are drawing. And the way they do that is they first pick a category. They pick that category publicly, so all of us know what the category is. And then they type a word or phrase that is somehow related to that category. So they might pick the category academia, and then they might type in history professor, okay? And that's the phrase that all of us have to draw. So the category is publicly picked, but the word they type is kind of secret. Okay, so let's get through how this word is distributed. So after they type a word or phrase in that category, everyone gets to see that secret word or phrase except the con artist. So there's one player in our group who doesn't know what we are drawing, right? And that's kind of the basic premise of the game. So all of us, including the master, know what the secret phrase is, except for the con artist. Now here's how the drawing portion of the game works. Starting with the master, everyone is going to add something to this group drawing to communicate to everyone else that they know what the secret phrase is. Okay? So bot 1, who is the master, will start. They'll draw something. They have a very short amount of time to draw that thing, so you can't go crazy and draw a lot. I think you have 20 seconds to draw something. Technically, you're supposed to not lift your marker, your digital marker off the whiteboard, but people have trackpads and it's kind of hard to draw on a computer, so the rules are a little lax on this, but you have to add something to this drawing. Then it's the next player's turn, they will add something to the drawing. Then it's the next player's turn, they will add something to the drawing. And when you add something to the drawing, you are trying to prove to everyone else that you know what the secret word is. The con artist does not know what is being drawn, so they will have to add something to the drawing without knowing what the phrase is. Okay? So let's get through that part of the game. These bots are actually not going to draw anything, so me and Chrome will draw something. Cool, so it's my turn, and I have to add something to this drawing. I'm going to pretend that the secret phrase was history professor, okay? So I'm going to draw like a stick figure over here, and maybe there's like a whiteboard behind him, and something is written on this whiteboard, okay? And before you know it, my turn is up, and now it's Chrome's turn. I'm going to toggle to Chrome's view, so Chrome has to add something to this drawing. So Chrome will add, this is a professor, so they have like a funny hat with a tassel. Clearly I know what professors look like. And I'm going to draw some chairs here, and maybe there's like a student sitting in this chair. And this is a really terrible drawing. Okay, great. Cool. And so on and so forth. So each player is taking a turn adding something to the drawing. All of us have a different colored marker, and the color of that marker is the same as the color of the outline of your box. So my box is outlined in red, so my color is red. Chrome's box is outlined in blue, so their color is blue, and so on. So that's how you keep track of who drew what, right? So what happens is it goes around twice. So each person gets 2 turns to add something to the drawing. And when all of that is done, we then look at the final drawing and we have to vote on who we think the con artist was. Who do we think is the one player who did not know what was being drawn? Now we come to the vote. So we can see the final drawing. Because of the colors of the markers, we can tell who drew what, And now we have to vote at the one player we think didn't know the phrase, who is the con artist, right? The way you vote at another player is you just click on their face. So you can see these bots are already going wild voting, but I could click on Chrome, right? It'll say, do you want to vote for Chrome? I'll click yes, and it draws a giant arrow from me to Chrome so everyone can see that I'm voting at Chrome. In your own box, you'll get this little number that shows you how many players are voting at you. You can even hover over it and you can see the exact players who are pointing at you, right? The vote ends when the majority of players vote at one player. So because there's 5 of us, if 3 of us vote at the same person, the vote will end. We are voting that player as the con artist, and then we get to see whether we are right or not. Okay, so just to short circuit this, I'm going to vote at bot 3. Bot 3 will have 3 votes. The vote will end, and we'll see whether bot 3 was actually the con artist. Okay, so bot 3 was not the con artist, and the con artist wins the round. Cool, and it turns out the real con artist was bot 2. Cool. And then you can, everyone gets to see what the phrase was. So the way the con artist wins the game, there's 2 ways. Either the con artist doesn't get voted out in that final vote, meaning they blended in well enough so that people did not suspect them of being a con artist. The other way the con artist can win is, let's imagine that we successfully identified who the con artist was in that final vote. If we do that, they have one opportunity to guess the word or phrase that we were drawing. Okay? And if they guess it correctly, then they still win. So this is an important part of the game. If you draw really, really well, you could still lose because the con artist can easily identify the concept that you're trying to draw. So the trick as an artist is to draw well enough that you can prove to other people that you know what the phrase is, but poorly enough that the con artist can't tell what you're drawing. That's kind of the sweet spot that you're trying to find in this game. And as a con artist, you're just trying to blend in. You're trying to quickly figure out something you can add to the drawing that doesn't immediately give you away as the con artist. All right? So it's a very simple game, very quick. Every round there will be a new master and a new con artist, so you can play several rounds in a row. You'll get a lot of funny drawings out of it. And yeah, it's very similar to Lexicon, which is another game on Ludio. So it has a similar kind of vibe where there's one hidden role trying to stay hidden. So it's a lot of fun, and we hope you like it. Thanks so much.